Well, in the backdrop of all this, Venezuela is the owner of the largest proven oil reserves in the world, which is leading many to question how Maduro's ouster could impact oil and gas prices here at home. So we're going to welcome to the show Francisco Monaldi, director of the Latin American Energy Program at Rice's Baker Institute. Nice to see you, Francisco.
Thank you.
Take a listen to Trump on how he plans to fix what he says is Venezuela's broken oil infrastructure.
As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust, for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping and what could have taken place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country.
Well, Reuters is reporting that China imports about 80% of Venezuelan oil. So does the U.S. control of Venezuelan oil put our adversary China in a tough spot? And what could all this mean for U.S.-China relations as we look forward?
Well, the reason why Venezuela was exporting 80% to the black market in China was because of basically U.S. sanctions. It used to be the case that Venezuela exported 500,000 barrels of oil to the United States and some to Europe and India, not that much to China. So we can expect rerouting of the Venezuelan oil to the United States and to Europe and India if this is sort of a stable arrangement between the U.S. and the new regime in Venezuela.
Well, Venezuela right now is producing only about 1 million barrels of oil a day, which is a significant dip from the more than 3 million barrels a day the country was producing just a few decades ago. So how difficult is it going to be for the Trump administration to jumpstart Venezuela's oil industry? What will that look like?
Well, you know, the dust hasn't settled and there is tremendous uncertainty about how the political situation will look in Venezuela. Venezuela has vast resources, as you mentioned, but has had a lot of above-ground political risk in the operation of the oil industry, and that's why the oil industry is in such a bad situation. So we need much more clarity about the contractual framework, the fiscal regime, and the political stability and the relationship between Venezuela and the United States in order to see if the very significant investments materialize. We're talking about $100 billion in 10 years to really recover the previous levels of production.
So we're out of time, but quickly, will Americans see gas prices go down?
Maybe a little bit, because the refineries in the Gulf Coast of the U.S. Do like this heavy oil from Venezuela, and that can help them reduce slightly the price of refined products in the U.S.
All right. Well, it's already something that the president is touting, that the stock market is up and gas prices are down. We'll see if they go down further. Francisco Monaldi, director of the Latin American Energy Program at Rice's Baker Institute. Thanks for your expertise today.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.